What's up everyone, Rockham here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, you're really excited to go to the US Embassy to have your J-1 visa interview. I know that you will pass, but this video is not about how you will pass the interview, but this is about the common mistakes that people do and why they got denied, okay? But the good thing is, if you got denied, you have two chances. So in 1 year, you can have your visa interview 3 times, okay? So don't give up and always be positive and pray to God. Okay, so the first common mistake is not preparing the documents earlier than the schedule. So don't be a person who likes to cram, especially this is a US Embassy interview. They are somewhat strict, but you always have to be confident and be ready. Okay, so prepare your clear book and put all your documents here. I bought this color red because it's a lucky color, and yes, this one. Organize your papers, of course your passport, your DS 2019, DS 160. Always make a checklist so that you won't forget anything, okay? Thank you. The second common mistake about J2 for those who are applying with dependents. If you're applying with a dependent, it's either your husband or your son and daughter. When they have their interview, if they will be asked, what will you do in the US? They will answer, I will support my husband, I will support my wife, or I will support my mother, my father, while he or she is adjusting to the USA. Never ever tell the consul that J2 visa holder is going to work, because you will be denied, okay? Although in the US, your J2 can still work, but you will not say it in the interview, okay? And another thing for your J2, if your J2 is your wife and she is pregnant, don't tell the consul, okay? Don't tell the consul. So as much as possible, if it's still 2 months or 3 months and it's not obvious on her womb, on her tummy, then you should get her so that she can give birth in the USA. Okay, the third common mistake is extending your J1 visa in the USA. If they will be asking you, what if we give you an opportunity to extend your visa? Will you grab it? So it's like a confusing question. It's like they're giving you this opportunity, but that's very tricky. So you will say, no, I'm not going to extend. That's your final answer, because that is what is stated on your DS 2019, it's only 3 years. Another common mistake is telling them about the extension. They know already that J1 visa is 5 years, right? 3 years with 2-year extension. But again, in the interview in your DS 2019, what is reflected in a DS 2019 is only 3 years. So if you will be asked, how long will you be there? Then you will say 3 years. Next common mistake is, what will you do after this program? What will be your answer? Or let's say the 2-year rule, okay? So you will say, I will go back to the Philippines and teach everything that I learned from the US. Or like you will use the teaching strategies, you will teach the culture of the US to the Philippines. So the main point of having this interview for you to pass is they don't want you to extend longer in the US. You have to go home, okay? You have to go home. Although before, if you heard there is like a petition, or let's say there you just have to sign a waiver to extend in your application, no, it's not the same anymore. After 3 years. If you want to extend, then have the extension. But the maximum year is only 5 years, and you have to go home for 2 years. Okay? So if you will be asked, what will you do after your program? Never ever say that I will reapply. I will reapply. That's wrong. Okay? You have to go home. Don't tell them that after 2 years you will reapply. No, that's not included in the answers. Okay? If it's your personal plan, then keep it to yourself. Okay? And the next one is, let me discuss this one. During the pandemic, my friend who is working there already finished the 3-year contract with 2 years extension, but because of the pandemic, they had their extension. That is a special extension because of the COVID-19 limited flights and restrictions. So we don't have that anymore. Okay. Another one is, will you bring your family in the US? Your answer should be yes. I will get my family in the US after I settle, or after I have the money, if I can. So the US embassy or the consul, they love family ties, being close with the family. So they want you to know, or they want people who loves their family and also gives their family the opportunity to go to the US too. Another one common mistake is, will you change your visa? So you will say no. Okay? J-1 visa, although you have plans, again, just keep it to yourself. And another one is, if they will ask you, will you work with another company or will you accept other jobs? Please say no. Okay? Some consul have tricky questions to J-1 applicants, so be careful and always think critically. Okay? So don't be nervous. It's common to be nervous, but always stay, let's say, how do you call it in English? Poise under pressure. Okay? Just have poise under pressure. Be confident. Have faith in God, and everything will go smoothly. And what other common mistakes do we have? I think that's all. Again, if you haven't watched my videos before, this is another tip. If your DS 2019 have not arrived yet, you can send an email to your visa sponsor to send you a soft copy of your DS 2019. Please print that and the letter stating that your DS 2019 is already shipped to the Philippines. Just show that to the US Embassy, and they are going to give the interview, or they're going to conduct the interview with you. Okay. So I think that's it. What other common mistakes do we have? Yeah. So those common mistakes are the things that I learned from my colleagues before. Okay. So J2 should not be working. Never reapply after the program. You have to go home. Never extend after 5 years. Never get another work. Never change your visa. If you have plans, again, keep it to yourself. And what else? I think that's it. So J1 visa is actually a very, it's a very quick interview. Some of them is less than a minute. It's even easier than having a tourist visa. Okay, so if you're going to the US now, if you're going to the US Embassy, I wish you all the best. I pray for you, and I'll see you in the USA, okay? Please subscribe and comment down below so that I can also give my support to your channel. I will upload some videos on how you will pass the interview and my personal experience as well, because tomorrow, July 19, 2022, is my visa interview. So I'm positive that I will pass. Yes. So I claim it. I am claiming it already. So I hope you have that attitude too. God bless everyone. Bye bye.